going on? Trey back again, hit you with a video. Now this video right here is a follow-up to the follow-up of the video that I did about the Chicago teen that was found dead in a hotel freezer, Kenneka Jenkins, and may she rest in peace. But through the last few days, there's been a lot of speculation, a lot of new evidence, some true, some false, coming out regarding her case. And first of all, for clarification purposes, the girl that was in the video trying to stab herself didn't have anything to do with the Kenneka Jenkins case. The video was sent, and the person that sent was quote unquote a reliable source, and stated that this female had something to do with the case, which that turned out to be false. So I just wanted to clear that up because we don't want anybody getting you know, blamed for anything, especially something this heinous that they did not do. But we had this activist comes out and basically try to, in my opinion, lull the people back to sleep. There's no other way for me to put it other than what it really is, because you have to understand something. Whenever the people want to dissuade the people and make them think otherwise, they always put somebody that look just like you, somebody that you can relate to. So that way it will be a little different. It would be more like, how can I say this, close to home. So you have to be aware of this also when you encounter these type of people and when you sit down and listen to them, because people like this will change your thought perception. Whereas you know something is wrong, they'll try to make it seem like, no, it's borderline right. But there's nothing right about this case. And this activist, the way he was even telling the story, and I will show it after this part right here, because I want to do it a little different for this video. First, I wanted to give my input in and let you all see. That way you can catch it instead of me coming on after it, because I normally don't do my videos like that. But anyway, he basically was stuttering every other word that he was saying. I know people mess up sometimes and they get tongue-tied and they get tongue-twisted, but at the same time, you could tell when you're trying to make up a lie or when you have to go by a script, I mean, because if you have to go by a script, it's a certain way that you have to read that script and everything, the dialogue. But if it's coming naturally, just like a lot of people, even people that you see on YouTube and on the social media platforms, they talk and it just flows naturally. Whereas if you writing off a script or something that was already pre-written for you, you have to go about it a little different. So I'm gonna read this little snippet right here, what it says, then I will give my opinion. It says, Chicago community activist said Thursday that surveillance video from a Rosemont hotel shows Kenneka Jenkins entering a walk-in freezer alone. Andrew Holm, who has worked with many police agencies during the years of anti-violence activism, told the Tribune that Rosemont detectives showed him the video Wednesday when he showed up seeking answers on behalf of the family. Now pause right there. Now remember, if you've seen the video with Kenneka's sister that came out and went viral a couple of days ago, it showed that, it showed that she said that out of all the videos that they showed, they never showed them a video of her walking to the freezer. She said she didn't know anything about that video and that basically it didn't exist, and she was wondering how the hell it come about. So how can this guy come in there and all of a sudden it's a video showing she walking into the freezer, but they're not releasing it to the public. So what they're going to do is hire Steven Spielberg and Stephen King, the writer, and Steven Spielberg and what's the other guy who makes Star Wars, George Lucas, to produce it, because evidently they're gonna have to make this a Hollywood blockbuster to make the people out here believe it, because a lot of this stuff we're not buying it, we're not believing it. And that's very good that a lot of people are waking up and demanding answers and stop going off of what people just tell us, because people will tell you anything. People tell you the damn sun made out of cheese if you want to, and go get some crackers, but you're gonna be standing outside getting damn near baked trying to wonder what the damn cheese is. But anyway, let's continue. He said the video shows Jenkins, 19, waiting in the lobby of the Crown Plaza, Chicago, O'Hara Hotel after her friends apparently went up to the room in which they had been partying to retrieve some possessions. Now, what possessions they will retrieve, I don't know. And what females go out and party and then they separate, I don't understand that. You know, especially if some of is drunk, if some of them is kind of tipsy or high or whatnot. But anyway, let's continue. Jenkins then takes the elevator to a lower level and wanders around. Now, she done left her friends and then went some damn way else. Now she must got a high tolerance, because I know, hell, when I got drunk before, and I'm sure a lot of you all, we got to sit down some damn way because we ready to throw up, pass out. And the last thing we try and do is walk around somewhere. If anything, we go to the bathroom and sit on the toilet and go to sleep and throw up on ourselves. And I'm not trying to make nobody laugh, but it's the truth. We're not going to walk around, and we damn sure ain't finna go nowhere cold and no damn freezer, because that's going to make you, that's going to, you know, mess your buzz up. You know, that's going to make you get back sober. But anyway, it says, Jenkins then takes the elevator to a lower level and wanders around, opening doors in an apparently disoriented manner. He said, that's a good script how they wrote that. You got to catch things how it's written. Finally, he said, Jenkins opens 2 doors in a kitchen area, enters the walk-in freezer. She's very strong to be her size. The doors close behind her, and Jenkins is seen no more, he said. Holmes said he was convinced no one else forced Jenkins into the area where she died. But he said the family is awaiting toxicology tests to see whether narcotics have been put into her drink. No. See, this is what you have to watch out for right here. Number one, think logical. Think logical. Logic defeat ignorance any day, any time. So whenever somebody try to tell you something, break it down into layers like an onion, just like you put an onion back. And sooner or later, you're going to get to the core, and the core is the metaphor for the truth. So this is what I'm saying right here. If that was the case, then why would they wait so long to have somebody come out and speak? You know, this is like these people getting together trying to make their lives up, just like everything else going on in Chicago that's covert operations and stuff, things that we don't hear about. But they getting their lies together so that way they come out and tell the public these lies, people will go off of it and believe it. But then the guy come back and do another video, which is 14, damn near 15 minutes long, where he's basically giving his insight and saying something to the magnitude of somebody put something in her drink. Now, which one of the friends put something in her drink, we don't know. But evidently, I think it's more than that. I think it's just a little Molly, a little whatever the hell they put in them damn drinks. They try to say that she got Bill Cosby, and I'm not saying Bill Cosby did none of that. That's a little joke going around right there, which I don't find too far funny because you have to understand what happened to Bill Cosby too. Now that's a different story. But anyway, back to Kenneka. Now this activist, quote unquote fake activist, is what I call him because number one, you didn't even look too sincere. You didn't even look like you was really felt hurt. I know that's not his child, probably not his family. I know that. I understand that. But at the same time, if you're an activist, that means you have what? You have a caring heart. You have sympathy for the people. And for him just to get up there and talk and then every other word he's messing up, he's stuttering over, it's like you wasn't too sincere. You wasn't speaking from the heart. Because when you speak from the heart, you can speak for hours and probably wouldn't even stop or mess up or whatever. If it's really flowing, you know, you're supposed to let it flow. So when people like this come out, we have to be aware. Our spidey senses start tingling and start going off because what they trying to do is lull the people back to sleep. Okay, they got busted. It was a sloppy job that they did. Whoever did this job, and or maybe they couldn't get the girl out, or maybe something else happened. But to say she walked in there, and then they have a video that shows a woman demonstrating how heavy it is to open those big freezer doors. And anybody ever worked in a supermarket or a restaurant, especially these big supermarkets or the Walmarts or whatever, you would know that those doors are super hard to pull back. And I'm a pretty big guy, 6'4", 235. But at the same time, it's hard for me to pull some of them doors back. And especially if you have carpal tunnel, it's going to trigger it. So to say this little, I don't know how much she weighed. I'd say between 100 and 120 pounds girl walked up there, which is possible, but I don't understand how is it possible if you already drunk and you can barely walk. What's going to give you the strength to open a door, then get inside, then close the damn door? When your hand get caught right there, and then people say, well, you can just try to yank it and then you push your hand back in. It don't work that way because the door is too damn heavy. You can barely open it from the side, standing on the outside, yet alone you putting your arm around the other door and trying to pull it back. It's not going to work like that. So for whoever ever worked in these places and seen these type of freezers, it is impossible. We're not talking about a small deep freezer that you put in your house. We're not talking about some little ice box, some little magic shelf, some fridge more, whatever you want to call them, GE little deep freeze. We're not talking about that. We're talking about huge commercial industrial freezers that weighs, the doors weigh probably a ton, you know, a piece. You know, so think about that before you make assumptions and say that this girl killed herself. And now the word going, now they have a lot of people saying that this female was pretty much drunk out of her mind and she went down and off herself. That's silly for anybody to say that. That's silly for anybody to say that. My thing is this right here. We're going to cut it short. Why did her friends leave her? Why is it so quiet on her friends? And y'all didn't notice anything was gone? You know, one minute you hear they say that she was in the hallway, they was going to get something. Next thing you know, she's downstairs. Next thing you know, she's disappeared and they can't find her. But did nobody think to check everywhere? All the cameras in the hotel couldn't catch nothing. You know, it's funny how they can catch everybody else stealing gum and slapping somebody or fighting or screwing or having sex, but you can't catch nobody getting killed. You can't catch nobody walking around the hall. You know, it's not like they was running track, running down the hall. You like, what was that? Who was that? I mean, come on now, let's be for real. But anyway, I just want to hit y'all with this video. Let me know what you all think. Till next time, stay blessed, stay safe. I'm out.
did view the video, some parts of the video that I won't get into to hamper this investigation, but the important part is that we all was wondering and wanted to know, did anybody pull her down there? Did anybody force her down there? Was anybody on the other side in that room with her when she got down there? And the answer to that is no. She walked into that unsecured area that should have been secured with locks on there where she couldn't get in there. Now, I've been inside the freezer down there, and upon looking at that freezer, you can open up that door, take a half step up, turn to your left, pull the other door. This door would be closing anyway. The other door, probably when she got in there, that door closed on her too, and it was dark in there. Now, there is a knob that you can push to get out of there, but, you know, that investigation has to go on with the Rosemont Police Department to wait on the toxicology to see what's going on with that. But as far as someone pulling her down there, leading her down there, no. How you doing? I'm Andrew Holmes, and I'm joined by other strong community activists that's in the city of Chicago that is concerned about what went on here at this establishment right here. And first and foremost, I did view the video, some parts of the video that I won't get into to hamper this investigation, but the important part of this is that we all was wondering and wanted to know, did anybody pull her down there? Did anybody force her down there? Was anybody on the other side in that room with her when she got down there? And the answer to that is no. She walked into that unsecured area that should have been secured with locks on there where she couldn't get in there. Now, I've been inside the freezer down there, and upon looking at that freezer, you can open up that door, take a half step up, turn to your left, pull the other door. This door would be closing anyway. The other door, probably when she got in there, that door closed on her too, and it was dark in there. Now, there is a knob that you can push to get out of there, but, you know, that investigation has to go on with the Rosemont Police Department to wait on the toxicology to see what's going on with that. But as far as someone pulling her down there or leading her down there, no.
Did she appear inebriated, intoxicated? What was her behavior like?
Well, that has to come from the toxicology to tell you what was in her system. But she appears to be impaired, but at the same time, it has to come from the toxicology report. But it still doesn't take away from that. That area should have been secured. Now, from me looking at the video, she was trying to find her way back upstairs to the lobby. And she was checking the doors, and she was checking other doors, just trying to find her way back upstairs. So in saying that, she was walking forward where all of the video cameras caught her every movement, and I watched her as she went through the other door, and at the same time, she went through an unsecured area, which is not her fault, because if someone is staying in there with their children, and that area is not secured, you can catch a child from going there and open up them same doors, and this can happen to them. But when the toxicology report comes out, you know, it sends it back to another level of what was in her system. And she's not a person that drops fentanyl or these pills that they are taking, and that's not her character. But at the same time, if something was put in her cup, then it goes back to who was in this room and who may have dropped something in her cup. So that remains with the Rosemont Police Department detectives that are working this case. But from my view, no one else was back there down in that unsecured area.
Andrew, have the family?
You actually watch, give me an approximate amount of time of the video that you watched, and make it pretty clear there was no one else with her, right?
Well, I watched the video from the time she was in the lobby to the time that she got off the elevator. There was no one with her at that point. There was no one in the back. There's a camera inside that unsecured area, and it remotes every time a person moves or moving in there. So where the freezer's at, There's a wall, so there's no way out that way. The only way out is you have to come out the way that she was coming in. So that would justify and clear that. And they have checked those cameras at a time with a technician to make sure no one alters anything. And just as the actors here and with here, Jamal, we all are on the. I mean, not Jamal, but Jedediah. We all are on the same page in trying to secure and make sure that this doesn't happen, that the videos are not altered, and that the family get justice, and at the same time that the Facebook infight stop. Because, you know, if you're accusing this person of doing something, you're accusing that person of doing something, then what you need to do, if you got solid evidence that they did something, some foul play to this baby, you need to talk to the detectives and give that information to them. Just don't put it out there on Facebook, because if you put it out there, then be prepared to answer what you put out there. But if you put something out there, just put the facts and the truth. Because we work hard, he worked hard to try to calm the situation down, and that's just about it for some justice.
Andrew, has anybody from the family seen the surveillance video?
The mother, she will make arrangement to see this footage. I have talked to her about some of this footage, but she is aware that I've seen the footage, but at the same time, she got 1,000 things going on through her because that's her baby. And everybody is calling, everybody is talking, but she only wants to know one thing. What happened to her child? Now, if something led up to her child being impaired or substance put in her cup, then she wants to know that too. I mean, she's hurt. That's her baby. And that's all she wants to know. So she's waiting on some answers, and she will be looking at the video.
Did you talk to her, though, at the video before the video?
Because I'm a community activist, I'm also a private investigator. I also work with all police agencies, just as well as these gentlemen here, too. And the same reason they're out here is want to demand action to make sure that the video is put out. The video is shown not only to the family, but also to the public, and everybody can just let the chips fall where they lay if anything wrong happens. So, you know, just as you see the gentleman, my buddy right here, has demanded the Laquan McDonough video, in which he was successful. Same thing, same pace. Just want justice served, and the mother, that ain't gonna go nowhere. She's gonna be hurting the rest of her life. But at the same time, she just want to know what happened.
We had a technical issue. Can you repeat? The mother was aware that you were looking at the video. Could you explain that again?
Yeah, I called the mother and let her know that I have seen this video. I gave her bits and pieces about it, and she's going to be looking at the video too at the same time. The main thing is to make sure that that family, that mother, see the last steps of her daughter from A to Z without anything being altered. And that's what we wanted. Jedediah wanted. Will wanted. Just justice. We don't want to go into this video was altered or anything. So from my judgment, it's still intact.
Andrew, you mentioned 2 doors connecting to the freezer. Are you saying that there were double doors leading into the freezer?
You got a big freezer right here, and you got a door. When you open up that door to that freezer, you got another freezer inside of there, which is a half a step to your left. If you pull that door, when you let go of this door, that door closes behind you. And you step into that one, then that one closes.
That's where she was found?
She was found inside of that one.
Did I hear you describe earlier on a Facebook Live video that you actually had the chance to go in that freezer?
Yeah, I went in the freezer.
So can you describe, first of all, how did you get access to that freezer and what it was like?
Well, we walked in the freezer. They walked me down. I walked her whole steps. And I walked to that freezer, opened up the door, that freezer door closed, opened up the other door, that freezer door closed, and it was hot as hell in both of them freezers, and dark as hell in the freezers too. And there is a safety knob, like you asked about a knob or something, but you can touch it and that door would come open. So what I did and asked them to, in your investigation, is make sure you took pictures and recorded that door was working properly. But besides that, you know, it was an uncaused accident that should have never happened, and the door should have been secured and locked, because if she had hit that door right there, she'd have turned around and went back the other way, because she was trying to get indoors while she was trying to find a way to get out. I believe she was trying to get back upstairs to her friends.
Is your understanding that the freezer was on or off?
That information I don't know. That had to come out in the report. I do know when I went in there yesterday, that freezer was hot as hell. So it gives me the understanding that it wasn't working, and at the same time that area where she was at is not even being used anyway.
how did the family come up with the news? How did they get the news? Were they happy that she didn't die of foul play?
Well, you know what? That still has to be determined because I can't say she didn't die of foul play because, see, when the toxicology report comes out and there's something in her system that shouldn't have been in her system that may have been slipped in there, then you got a criminal case right there. So that would also lead up to that too.
So they're holding off.
They're holding off everything. This is not just closed, you know, just because of this with the family. It's not closed. It's way far from being closed. This is an open investigation. Still with the medical examiner's office, still with the toxicology, and you know, it's still an investigation with the Rosemont police, and I can guarantee it's still an investigation with these gentlemen here because they're not going to stop. I'm not going to stop just until this case is completely closed and the mother is satisfied.
Is there a timestamp or anything like that on it? Do you know approximately what time it was that early Saturday morning that you went in there?
No, but they have all of that on their reports and everything.
It's like, it was like, according to the hotel, there was like 40 hours or 36 hours of videotape. That's why.
Well, there was a big gap in between there, and I say this, that let the chips fall where it lay. If you got a security camera and you see somebody in an unsecured area, and if you're monitoring your station and monitor that monitor, then where were you at when she walked through there? Someone should have notified somebody to go downstairs and find out why she down there in that area. And then the gap that's between there, if indeed you looked at the video surveillance, and I'm talking about not the police department, the hotel's security and staff, if you looked at that surveillance and you seen that she was in that area when you all started looking, then why didn't you all run down there right away and go in that area and try to open up some doors since that was the last place she was? Why should they have to take an employee to come in the next morning or two to go down there and find her? So there's a lack in the security there too.
The family we know is retained an attorney. Do you believe they may be looking at possible litigation about lack of locks on those doors?
Well, that's up to their attorney to answer that. I can't speak for the attorney which way he's going because that's his profession, just like this is our profession right here. You know, he would have to answer those questions for you.
Do you see culpability on the part of the hotel, though?
Did I see who?
Do you see culpability on the part of the
Oh, yeah, they, you know, I can tell you, they in liability. I can tell you right here, without a doubt. You know, if you got an unsecured area that should have been secured, and I can guarantee you, if they had locks on that door, she'd have turned around, she'd have went back this way. It's as simple as that. So that's where the liability falls on them.
So our understanding was the family was going to come here today and watch some of the surveillance video. Have you talked to the family? What are they telling you? Are they still coming?
They're following the directions of their attorney. They're still going to come out here and view some video surveillance, but that's on the time with their attorney and her because their mother is going through so much. I mean, she's getting called here, called there, and she's hurt. She just come out of a little slight surgery yesterday, so she's going through so much. So they got to give respect, and that's where I'm just like the activists here. You know, stop the Facebook putting this on there and that on there, and it's getting back to her. Only thing you're doing is upsetting her more. If you got something solid, I mean, you call either one of these activists, give it to them, and let them turn it in to the detectives if you don't want to come there. And it's as simple as that. If they put stuff out there that shouldn't even be out there, you're disturbing the family and you're disturbing her. And it's very upsetting and disrespectful. But see, I'm not going to take too much time because I want the activists to come up here and speak on their behalf too. Okay, good.
I'm going to just say, at the end of the day, this is still very tragic because Kanika should be one day telling her grandchildren about spending time with her friends at a party. And she should be here, she should be alive. And to hear the possibility of her being compromised as far as inebriated or under the influence of something that might have been slipped into her drink in an area that was restricted, something that wasn't monitored, it just definitely further fused the outrage, and I'm still pressing for true transparency. There's a lot of unanswered questions that remain. The video has yet to be released, and we wouldn't be here if the city of Rosemont, Crown Plaza, the mayor's office, if they even just gave us simple talking points to let us know that they even had a direction. I just pray for justice for Kanika, and we just stand with the family. Whatever their will is, that's what we're going to push through.
Did you get any indication and plans to release it?
All right, so you just Andrew Holmes and some of the other activists who have been here. Let me move out of the sun here for a second. Another new development is that we heard from the Crown Plaza Hotel, and they've actually said that they're going to offer the family to cover some of the to cover all of the funeral expenses for Kenneka Jenkins. And they've also reached out to the family and offered them a confidential viewing, that's what they're calling a confidential viewing, of the surveillance video that they have that shows Kenneka in the hotel that night. So we're going to have more reports here throughout the day on CBS Chicago, but the latest here is that, as you heard from Andrew Holmes, he did view the video, and according to what he saw, Kenneka Jenkins actually went into that freezer on her own, and that is what he communicated to the family. The family is working with an attorney now, trying to get some more answers, and of course, trying to set up a meeting with the police department here so that they can view the video themselves. But that is all the information we have here from the Rosemont Police Department. I'm Sandra Torres with CBS Chicago.